Welcome to the Intern Whisperer Live, the show all about internships and how to survive them.
This is Val.
This is Isabella.
And this is Jerron. On our show this evening is Jolene Taracatic, the founder and owner of an app called Style Squad.
Yay, you did it.
I did. I had to pause. I'm like, I'm ready. Also, some exciting news for our listeners. You can now call us live on air. The phone number is 407-582-2906. You can also chat with us online through Intern Pursuit's Facebook Live chat.
All right, and coming up in this episode of the Intern Whisperer Live, we'll be talking about some fashion highlights with Jolene, entrepreneurship stories, great leaders, and fashion in work and play.
Yes. And so for our social plugs, I always like doing this part. People can find us on Pivot Business Consulting on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram, on our YouTube channel. They can find us on Google Plus. On Intern Pursuit, you can find us on Facebook, and we are live on Facebook, so hopefully people are seeing that. We are on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. Oh, and we're on Instagram. Yeah, I said that already. YouTube isn't connected yet on Intern Pursuit. We have a game, Intern Pursuit game, and they can find that on Facebook and Twitter, and they can listen to us live. I really, really, really want to boost our live listeners, guys. So you can listen to us on mixlr.com//Valencia College Radio. Then you can follow Intern Pursuit, and you can watch us live on Intern Pursuit.
And speaking of live listeners, we have our first one, Jasmine.
Jasmine, yay. Jasmine was a guest. So hi, Jasmine.
Welcome to the show.
Jasmine is Q for Q, a women's empowerment group. Yay. So she's like listening to us. That's exciting. So we're very happy about that. Oh, and I'm going to stop so we can give our first sponsor shout out.
And let's start the show with our first sponsor, Florida Patient Association. Florida Patient Association, whose mission is to bring support and services to patients in the state of Florida. If you have not received the help and support you need from an injury in the healthcare industry, contact Florida Patient Association for guidance on your rights. Thank you, Florida Patient Association, for sponsoring the Intern Whisperer Live.
All right. So Jolene is a UCF graduate with a degree in business management with an entrepreneur track. She's going to have a really fun story to share with us. She's also a graduate of the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising in Los Angeles. I know that Jasmine would so like that because I'm going to tell you Jasmine was a guest with us previously, but Jasmine is like a fashion person also. She reminds me of, you two remind me a lot of each other. So she's always so professionally polished. Anyway, so she is an entrepreneur, and she is also a graduate from Starter Studio Class 5. However, I think Class 8 was the best class, so I don't know.
I don't know. I'm going to have to argue that.
Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that. I saw Jordan Dobble today over at Starter Studio in Winter Park, and I said, Jordan, what class were you in? And he goes, oh, Class 6. He said the best class. I said, no, it wasn't. Class 8 was the best. So we'll always say that. That's good. So what is Style Squad? That's your company.
Yes. So Style Squad is a fashion app that allows users to get instant feedback on their outfits from a community of their peers and also stylists.
That's pretty cool, because I remember when she did her pitch, and it was at 1 Million Cups. She's done one there. She's done it also for demo nights. And I believe, you'll have to tell me because I'm not sure. I just signed up. And I know that you've got the app and it's on iTunes. That's super exciting, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if I go, what do? Do I take a picture of what I'm wearing? Is that how it works?
Yes. So you're able to take a photo either through the in-app camera or through your photo gallery. And you just post it on the app to your community, and you should be able to get an instant opinion. You'll have comments, and people can vote on the look. So it's useful when you might be going to an important event, whether it's a date or an interview.
Oh wait, it could be an intern going in for an interview,
exactly,
right?
Yeah, perfect for interns too.
Yeah.
Or even if you're at the store and maybe you're trying something on that's a little outside your comfort zone, and you want that second unbiased opinion. It's perfect for that. That's kind of why I created it. Even though I have a fashion sense, sometimes I want that second opinion.
Yep, that's pretty cool. Is it free?
Yes.
That's awesome. So for our students, our student listeners that are interns, we encourage you to be able to find this. What channel, or wait, it's not channel. How do they find your app?
Right now, it's currently on the App Store. We're hoping to also launch on Android later this year.
So that means it's on
Yeah.
iTunes, right?
Right, correct.
Yeah.
The App Store, Apple App Store. Yeah, something that I found though is that there's a lot of interest on Android. So that's
Yeah.
the plan, is to release on there soon.
So that's a really cool story. The reason why she created it is she was wanting to get confirmation. I don't know. Do you guys, do you even care what people think about what you wear?
Yes.
Oh, right.
Me
All right.
personally. So,
I think I do as well, but I think in my opinion, I'm more like,
Pamela.
Oh,
Hi,
welcome, Pam.
Pamela.
Hello.
We're saying hi.
Thank you.
Yep. So, sorry.
no, you're
care.
fine. I think I'm more about like professional. Like I don't know if I would care exactly what I think people of me wearing day to day, but if I'm going to do an
Yeah.
interview or anything like that, I definitely.
yeah, I know
care.
how I would want to
Okay.
look. At the
Yeah.
same time, like I've always kept up the trend. I don't think I've broken it yet. Every time I even come to this job, I'm always wearing a collared shirt.
You always
Yeah.
wear a collar shirt.
I never
I mean,
wear a
look at the
t-shirt.
difference between us right now. So.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like,
That's
yeah.
always
I try
the
to be a
difference.
consistent person with that.
Yeah, you are. You are.
You
yeah.
do definitely dress nicer than I do. That is
I
a
don't say that.
fair point.
We just have different styles.
Yeah, that's also
Yeah,
true.
And different workplaces have different work environments, so this is allowed.
exactly.
Yeah. So this app is appropriate for guys then, right?
Yes.
Cool.
And I don't know if we mentioned this already. What was your website address? Just for
Oh,
anyone
we
who's
didn't.
listening?
Thanks for
Yeah.
asking.
It's www.stylesquadapp.com.
Okay.
So that's really cool. And people can also find you on social channels. Which social channels?
We are on all of them. So Twitter,
Instagram.
and Instagram.
I mean, I was just signing
Face-
up, so I know it was on
Yeah.
Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram
Right.
for sure.
We have a Facebook page and also a group. You can find the group under Style Squad, and the handles for Twitter and Instagram is at Style Squad app.
Yeah. So in your group, it's a closed group, and do we have to ask to join or?
Anyone can join, but yeah, you would just request to come in and.
What are the advantages to joining? Because now I did not know that, and so I'm going to do that. And I guess I'll start taking pictures and putting it out there. But I don't want everybody to see it. So is it just the people that are in the group that would see it?
On the app,
Yeah.
yeah, you can control who's in your, I guess you could say, squad.
Yeah.
So you would follow the people that you want to leave advice on, and they can follow you as well.
Oh, nice. So I could ask
And-
you to give me advice, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm usually really good about like giving everybody advice.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say something.
Friends? Was it about friends? If I had friends? in
Oh
my
yeah,
group?
you were asking if you could only show it to certain people. There is a private setting, so that
Oh,
way
nice.
not like everyone on the app can see what
Okay.
you post.
That
'Cause
makes me
I know
feel
that's a
better.
concern. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because I'm going. Maybe I don't want everybody to see this outfit. They may say no, and I don't want to hear no. So that's really nice. Hey, can you guys throw up what her website looks like? That image.
We did. We just showed it a few minutes ago, but we'll put it up
Oh,
one more
let's do it
time.
again. Let's do
Yes.
it again.
All right, it should be up in just a second.
Yeah, Pamela's going to be a guest on our show at some point in time. We've got to get her scheduled again.
Hear that, Pam?
Yeah, so she hears it.
And
There
there
it
it
is. So hopefully people are able to see, and at least on the recorded show, right? Can they actually see it on the live show?
Yes, they can. That's
can.
the live feed right now. So.
Awesome. So,
And then for our audio listeners, we gave you the URL earlier, so you can
Yes.
go there as well.
yeah, and you can definitely sign up on the page, and then you'll be able to go to iTunes and sign up for the app. So we sure hope there's a lot of traffic that goes there. All right. So what was your entrepreneur journey like? I'm kind of curious. So you were in class
Okay.
5, I'm in class 8. And I don't know, we got like a little award at the end, after we went up at Dr. Phillips. Did they do awards for you too?
Yeah, the clear trophies. I
Yeah.
don't know if they look the same every year, but yeah.
Oh, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. So I really liked it a lot, but I felt like I was really Oh my goodness, I was always going. That customer
Yeah.
discovery and everything.
That is the biggest piece of it,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. How many people did you end up interviewing? I know that wasn't one of the questions, but my goodness, it was. I felt like I
At
did
least
100.
50.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That was
but-
a lot. A lot. Okay, so hashtags though. We forgot to talk about hashtags.
yes.
So you guys want to say what hashtags?
Sure thing. For the hashtags, you can find it at hashtag Style Squad app, hashtag personal style, hashtag fashion, hashtag style, or hashtag fashion app.
Well, her hashtag, just to be clear, is
It's
the one that says
Style Squad app. Yes.
But she also uses those so people can, find her in other ways, perhaps.
And I believe that's your at as well, isn't it? At Style Squad app, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Your
the
handle?
handle.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Is there anything else you'd like to be able to share about your business? Like, I don't know how many followers or clients you have. That may be presumptuous, so I don't know if you want to share that or not. But we're going to sign up. We're going to encourage the students to sign
Well,
up.
one question: how long have you had it?
Oh yeah, that's good.
Oh, yeah. It launched this past December in 2017.
Wow,
About half a
Yeah.
year.
it's not even a baby;
Yeah.
it's still an infant. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. So, one of the things that Jolene and I did together is I had talked about this before in previous shows that we had gone and taken Jeff and Sergio, who you guys had met, and we went to Goodwill and we wanted to show that students could shop in thrift stores or on a budget. And we were trying to
Yeah.
see if we could do it for $20. It was really challenging, right?
Well, we went to the one in Winter Park, so that
Yeah.
that
But
was
we
an
picked
issue
really
too.
good looking stuff. Like I picked this bomber jacket for Jeff. I had Jeff, she had Sergio. So
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
And you took the videos and I have pictures, you have pictures. So this week I'm going to be posting an article that Jolene has written, 2 articles, one for women's, one for men's intern fashion. But we're also going to be putting those videos up on all of our social feeds with Intern Pursuit and then the pictures. So we want people, this is a collaboration between Intern Pursuit and also Style Squad app. But it was pretty fun. And you had one of your interns come and take pictures, right? And what's her name? I can't remember.
Caroline.
Caroline, yeah. She was a really good sport. Yeah. She was like running around getting us stuff all the time and taking pictures and going, how many times did we have to retake that video? It was a lot. Because we were trying to get it right the first time. I don't know if I showed you the pictures of Jeff and Sergio.
You did.
Yeah, we've seen them.
Yeah. So these guys had a sneak peek at what it was and how it turned out. But why don't you talk about what you experienced when we went in there? Because it was challenging. It was kind of a hard thing to do.
Yeah, especially not having a chance to scope out the store before we went, and
We didn't know what their sizes were.
exactly. It's not always a guarantee that there will be the right sizes, and we were trying to find a whole outfit, like even with shoes. So
It was tough.
it
We
was
didn't find the
difficult.
shoes.
Yeah, shoes make everything difficult.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, it was tough. But I dressed Jeff, and it was a more, kind of a creative, casual look, where it was jeans and a bomber jacket, and then I think it was a paisley shirt.
Yes.
I think, right?
Mhm.
And then how did you dress Sergio?
And more of a traditional internship look. So
Yeah.
I think he was wearing beige pants.
Yeah, khakis.
And some
A
kind of
button
button
shirt.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, it was more definitely professional, traditional look.
Do you guys know how much you ended up spending?
Ooh, that bomber jacket was $30.
Oh, so that was.
Wow.
Yeah,
well,
I
yeah.
already went over budget.
Yeah.
And then the shirt, because I didn't swap out the jeans. Jeff had jeans on, so that was fine. So we had a shirt and then the bomber jacket, and I don't think there was anything else I added to it. So that would have been $45.
I mean,
No, it
that's-
was 42.
Did you let him keep the jacket?
No,
Okay.
no, I did
It was
not
a
buy
nice
the jacket
I like-
for
it
him.
was
Yeah,
a
it
nice
was a good
jacket.
jacket.
It was a really nice
I'd pay $30
jacket.
for that jacket
Same.
any day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
30.
that's a
It
good
was
jacket.
really. It
Maybe
was a
it's still there.
bargain.
You want to go check after the
Yeah,
show?
why not?
Yeah, but for that $42. It was really a bargain though for that. And I don't know, do you remember how much yours was?
Definitely went over the $20 budget.
Yeah.
Maybe around 30 for everything though.
Yeah.
God, $30 is still
pants
so
and the-
affordable though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get a belt even also? A men's belt?
A belt too.
Yeah. So she got the men's button shirt, she got the khaki pants, she's got the belt. So that was pretty good. If we hit the $30 mark, I mean, it's tough to go shopping. I think in a regular store, I mean, you could do that in Walmart, but it sure wouldn't have looked as good.
Right.
So we did good.
And when can the people look out for those posts? Any idea?
I'm going to be posting the blog articles that Jolene wrote tonight on the Pivot blog. It says journal. I use journal instead of the word blog. So they'll be able to look at those articles there, and they'll also see the pictures. And I've got to get the videos from Jolene. So I can't. And she was having to teach me how to do Instagram stories and how she, you put all these little, cute stickers and stuff in them. Okay, that looks cool. So I need her to make it all beautiful, and then we can use those. But yeah, so blog articles definitely tonight. The pictures that I have, I'll be able to put those up, and then I'll need Jolene's assistance on the videos, and then look for them on our Instagram account for sure. Yep. So the next thing that I'd like to be able to cover, Jolene's a new client for Intern Pursuit. So she's got some new interns, and I've been just introducing her to compliance and the forms that have to take place. So, we have to be kind of kind because it's always like, people don't know what they don't know at this time. So I'm excited about this, and I'm looking forward to having her logo up on our podcast and our little
Our open
employers.
screen,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So we're going to have another client going up there. And even still, I met a student at Valencia who wants to be able to work with her in fashion. So she is hot right now. The world of fashion, and everybody wants to be in marketing and fashion. So that's pretty cool. But you were an intern, right? You were telling me earlier.
Oh yeah, I was.
What was that like?
And it was in California, and I think I haven't really had an internship in Florida, but I think that it's like way different in the fact that, well, at least mine wasn't very regulated, and I think in California in general it's not regulated. I'm waiting for you to teach me all
The
all
tricks.
that stuff. Yeah.
That's going to be good. It's actually
So-
supposed to be the same because it's a Department of Labor across the country. So if they weren't regulated,
okay.
it's because
Yeah.
they're not complying. But in fashion is one of the worst offenders.
Exactly. Yes.
I'm so glad that you
Because
want to do it.
especially in
compliance.
California, like so many people want to be in the fashion industry, so they'll do anything. Like there's a big market for people for fashion interns, basically.
Yeah.
And I remember, I was an intern for a fashion stylist, so I guess I didn't know what to expect, and it's not as glamorous as people might think. I know, like, a lot of people have that expectation, but it's long hours, and you're doing a lot of work, like, it's a lot of prep work for sure, and
So you have to get the clothes together.
so and you think about Los Angeles, where I was driving around like to different stores,
Right.
picking up the clothes, and then also having to return them.
So one of my favorite movies, and I don't know if the guys have seen this, is The Devil Wears Prada.
I
Oh,
have.
that's a good
I've not.
movie.
Oh, you guys have got to see that.
He's seen it.
I've seen
I
it.
mean,
It's a
I
good movie.
kind of think that's probably what it's like, because, the person that is the head of it, she just drops
Yeah.
or he drops it down and says, go get my coffee, go get
Right.
this,
Well, the stylists that I got to work with, or a couple of them that I did, I got lucky. They were very nice. But I definitely hear a lot of horror stories.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure you do. So now the table is turned, and you're on the employer side, and you have Caroline and another intern with
Victor, yes.
Victor.
2 interns.
you. So you have two. And what are they doing with you?
They are both, they attend UCF, and their major is ad PR.
Oh, there you go.
Same for me.
There you go.
Maybe I'll meet them soon.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you're teaching them about creating social content, right? That's
Yeah.
what they're doing with you.
A lot of social content, and we're talking about like social media campaigns that we can work on to get the word out, and also in general, like different marketing strategies.
Well, they should definitely use the radio show as a way to be able to promote your company and what you do. So I hope this is another opportunity for you for sure, because it's a really good PR campaign to use. So let me see, because I want to make sure I touch on all of the things that we said that we were going to discuss. Podcasts and leaders. So, one of my favorite podcasts, and I've talked about this before with the guys.
Let me guess. Masters of Scale.
There you go.
All right.
She talks about it almost every day.
Yeah,
She's like, I saw a
Masters
great
of Scale. That one I would tell you would be a really good one
I
to
have
listen
so
to.
many to add to my list.
Yeah, and that was by Reid Hoffman, and it's a real production. I mean, if you listen to the podcast, it's got little sound clips throughout it, along with really engaging. It's truly entertainment, and it makes it very interesting to listen to because
So is it interviewing different?
It's like Mark Zuckerberg, and you
yeah.
can imagine any of the biggest names there are
Okay.
in as CEOs of companies, and that's who he brings on, and he talks with them. But they also give us, as entrepreneurs, they talk about how to scale, even if it's a nonprofit, because there was, and sadly I can't remember her name, but the woman that had founded and created Dress for Success.
Okay.
Yeah, and maybe you might know her. I certainly I cannot remember. I'll look it up. I'm ashamed, but I'll make sure I put it in the notes too. So she was all about helping women, like single moms or women that were really in a place where they didn't have clothing to go out on interviews, and allowing them to be able to have one or two really nice outfits to go and do interviews and help them know how to dress fashionably. So it would be a great organization if you're looking for a social cause.
To collaborate with.
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
true.
Yeah. Definitely, because that's all about women empowerment. Do we have more listeners?
Yes, I think we're actually approaching.
It's Diana. Hi, Diana. Diana was a guest. Diana was a guest also.
We're
So,
approaching.
Yeah, it was her
our
birthday
highest.
yesterday.
It was.
Happy belated birthday.
Let's sing. Let's sing.
Really?
Happy
Okay.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Diana. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Yay! If we had one of those sounds, that would have been the perfect time to play that.
I wish we had him up.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah, I don't know. Pick it at a time at the end of one of our. We should play them at the end of our sponsor announcements.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Instead of maybe some music, we could play around with those new sounds.
Next
that
show
we have.
for sure.
Yeah, next show. We'll practice. So, So, podcasts and leaders. So, I know I had asked you this question is like, who is it that you get, your inspiration from? And you were sharing the Spirit of 608, and it was Lorraine Sanders, who's the founder of Fest. What is Fest?
So her show, Spirit of 608, focuses on Fest founders, and what Fest stands for is fashion entrepreneurship.
Oh, I've got it here in the notes.
Flanking, sustainability, and tech.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And so
I definitely get inspired by them because, they're all women on the show, and they're doing pretty cool things.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Do you, what is it that was one of your best takeaways from that show? Because it's a podcast. And did it help you with your business in some way? Or what was really inspiring maybe? And I don't mean to put you on the spot there.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Just, like they always discuss maybe some of their challenges that they have on, like, with their businesses, and also shared tips that could help.
In fashion.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I am sure. Yeah, so now that looks like another one I'm going to go and add to my list of potentials to be able to listen to. So, you have a question?
Just so everyone knows, the podcast is called Spirit of 608. I don't think that was mentioned yet, so if you'd like to
did.
go. Oh, you did? I'm sorry.
I led with that, but that's okay.
I apologize. Just, Spirit of 608 if you'd like to go watch that podcast.
Yeah, that's a good one to be able to say. And FEST is really a nice acronym: fashion, entrepreneurship, sustainability, and tech. And I think that sustainability is one of those words that people don't always often know. Do we have another person?
You do.
My
Yay!
favorite.
Okay,
Darlene.
Darlene, we are hitting the numbers tonight.
Yeah, I think this is our
really
most
good.
viewed live show,
Ah,
actually.
Yeah,
Or at least since I've been here.
I think so.
Yeah.
So, Darlene, just so you know, that's Jerron's aunt. She's one of
Aw.
our most
Hello.
faithful listeners, and she comes in and she listens. He has
Oh,
two
that's
aunts
sweet.
that actually come, and it should be Aunt Cynthia that comes in at
Correct.
some point in
Right.
time. And then somebody was pretending to be your brother.
Not me.
For a
no,
time.
your brother.
My mom was using my brother's account. because
Oh,
she
okay,
doesn't
yeah,
have
that's
Facebook.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretend-
But then we were hitting the
Whole different connotation.
trifecta of the Thomas family, where we had 3 people listening. at
Oh,
one
it's a good
time.
support system.
Now, if you can get my dad, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah, well, maybe he might be tapping into your brother's Facebook account.
He also doesn't have Facebook, so it's possible.
Yeah, totally.
They also have
possible.
the same name, so you never know.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's true. That is true.
Mhm.
Because he's a junior, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. So, guys, fashion. Let's go back and ask the guys some questions.
Sure.
I know that
All
we
right.
had talked about fashion. And he
We
was,
had such an interesting conversation, too.
Yeah. What is it when you guys go shopping? What is shopping for you guys if you're looking for fashion? Do you go just in the store?
For me, the number one thing is like comfort, I would say. Like, I
Yeah.
just want to be comfortable, especially because it's so hot here all the time that, like, that's my number one
Interesting.
thing.
I
Like,
guess mine is more style-based to some degree.
yeah. Well, I feel like if I go, the stores that I go to, I will only go to places where I almost always like their clothes. Like,
Mhm.
you
Same.
understand what I mean? Like,
Same.
I always go to the Vans store because basically no matter what in there, I think I like just as a style. So then I just
Yeah.
go, okay, I'm going to buy the most comfortable stuff. And then
Curious, do you take your girlfriend with you
I do sometimes. I mean, sometimes
to
it's
help
hard.
you pick it out?
Sometimes, yeah. She definitely would want to come every time, but if I don't have 3 hours to spend, because she'll like sift through everything and decide. So
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
have guys that use your app?
Yeah, there are a few. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's mixed.
Okay, that's pretty interesting.
Mm.
Now, I don't know if this is necessarily an inappropriate question or not, but I think that we as people tend to think that maybe individuals that are gay might have more fashion sense than others. So I always find it interesting when men that are straight actually care about fashion. And I don't see it often. So, you're the most fashion-forward guy that I've met in a while.
In a while. I mean, alright.
in this age group.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I just like to match. And at the same
Yeah.
time, I've always been, like, complimented on the way I dress. So I'm like, why
Oh, yeah.
keep that? Why stop that trend?
Yeah.
So
It definitely makes you stand out.
did you always care about it, or was there a point in life where you started caring more?
I think, if anything, maybe for my parents. I mean, like, they always, like, instilled in me, like, always, like, dress nice. So it's like, don't just, like,
Okay.
put on anything. So, like, everything I wear always matches. The shoes like to match. So I'm like, yeah, why stop it? So
I
thank
do
you, Mom
agree
and
with the
Dad.
matching
Yeah.
thing. I
So-
feel like I have to match all the time.
Yeah.
I definitely understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like the Garanimals, remember? I don't know. if
Not
you guys-
exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Where they always match.
This dinosaur matches this dinosaur, so I know this outfit goes together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I even try to match the watch the best I can, too. So I'm like,
Very nice. Is that how your dad dresses too? Is he a fashion
I
kind of a
think
guy?
when he was younger, he did have more of a fashion sense, too. So,
Oh.
I mean, nowadays, I don't think so. But every now and then.
I would say that the biggest thing that comes to fashion for me, like especially when you're trying to dress professional, is how to tie a tie. Because there's so many different ways. And
So
they,
true.
And they all look so
really?
different.
I
And
thought there was
put-
only just one, a bow tie and a regular tie. How
no,
are there other
there's
ways?
like a full
It's
Windsor,
like-
half Windsor. You know.
Oh, no.
I think I do a full Windsor.
Yeah.
Sure.
I do a full Windsor when I'm like, that's what I think I should do, but I don't know. Like I question myself.
Do
Every
you have
time.
the emotions memorized at this point?
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
even
Yeah.
know what they're talking about. Do you?
I do know that there are a few different knots. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know the rest, but I know the one I do.
Yeah, the full Windsor.
So-
I don't know how to tie anything type.
I only
Yeah.
know that the one that you wrap it around and you push it in. What is that one called? The
I call
standard
that a
top?
small knot, but I don't know.
What is
that's
this full Windsor thing?
So full Windsor is it's like a triangle base. So it like makes like a triangle shape right here, and then you go over it and then through. So like when it's at the top, it's a much bigger like triangle shaped knot.
Versus the smaller one.
Yeah, I can show you pictures.
All right, but I know our people won't be. Oh, look, Darlene put some fashion in there for us.
And it matches. Thanks, Darlene.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you, Darlene.
I'm glad to know that you have the same tie anxieties that I have.
Yeah, watch. We're looking at this.
I don't know if we're going to be able to see it though.
Yeah, they won't be able to. But you guys.
Rats.
There's
Okay.
the full Windsor. See, it's like the triangle.
Oh, okay.
That's how I
Very
tie
big.
it.
Yeah.
I might do a half.
You might do a half.
Half might be. Is it smaller?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Why? Anybody know why it's called that?
That's a good question. Who is
Google-
Windsor?
Google is your friend.
Is that England? I
Let's
don't
find
know.
out.
Okay, they're gonna
I'll
go
look
look
it
it
up.
up for us. We'll get back on track in a minute. But now we asked the question, so
The Windsor knot, compared to other methods, produces a wide symmetrical triangle knot. The knot is often thought to be named after the Duke of Windsor.
now we know. We're so much more
Yeah.
informed.
Right.
Yeah. And I guess it's big and puffy and showy on purpose because
So now
it's
everyone,
royalty.
every time you run into a person, they're like, "Oh, you're wearing a full Windsor." I'm like, "Yes, I am a Duke."
That's funny. That's very funny. Very good. All right. So I think we might need to jump into a couple of other things, but is it okay if we go and give a sponsor announcement?
It is. We have one lined up, and that is
Okay.
Affiliate Manager. Affiliate Manager offers a complete management service that covers all aspects of developing and optimizing an affiliate program from top to bottom. Not only do we provide expertise, identify high potential opportunities, and execute campaigns to maximize performance, we make it a point to require minimal work from our merchant partners. You can reach them at affiliatemanager.com. Thank you, Affiliate Manager, for sponsoring the Intern Whisperer Live.
I'm going to have to slow you down on that one.
Oh, it's a little fast.
I
I'm
was saying
sorry.
the same thing.
I'll
I
say it
know,
slower
it's
next
like
time.
really fast.
As a
really,
person who
really
did theater, I'm like, they always told me, "Slow down."
Really?
Slow
fast.
down.
Yeah, slow down because
Yeah, I
people
do,
have to
slow
be
down.
able to process.
Next
that
time I'll go
message.
half the speed.
Yeah, there you go. That'll be good. Yep. And Affiliate Manager is going to be coming on our show in a few weeks too.
Oh,
So
look
we
forward
can
to
look forward
that.
to seeing them.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll have to
that'll
really
be-
say it's like perfect now.
So I wanted to be able to give some updates about the Florida Association of College and Employers conference that I attended last week. And I was one of the presenters, so I was really thrilled about that opportunity. There were a lot of really great schools that came in and listened to my presentation about having a compliant intern program, but I also had employers in the room, so I had a mixed group. And that was really interesting. 5 of the schools came up when I was finished, and they asked if they could meet with me afterwards, so I'm very honored to be able to do that. There was also some really fun activities, and this one is something that I think we should probably, it ties in, I think, with fashion somewhat, and it was adult coloring. So we had this coloring books, and they all had fashion in it, which was really kind of funny
Yeah.
to me.
I love the adult coloring book.
I do too.
I'm not going to lie.
Do you have them? Do you have crayons and all of the pencils and stuff?
Yeah, I color pencils, markers, like
I
the
do
thin
too.
markers. And
Yeah. I find it really relaxing. You know?
Yeah.
It's like
That's
something
fun.
that you can sit here and do, and it's all of your energy goes into making sure you stay in the lines.
Is it like a normal coloring book, but like with like more intricate patterns?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was definitely like that. Not like the big, like, one picture of a, big circle
yeah.
dress and something like that. It was very detailed. There's a word for it. It begins with an M. I can't think of it right now. Anyway, kind of like stained glass kind of thing, but
Mandala?
mandalas. Yeah, mandala. I think it's mandala. Yeah,
Mandala?
whatever.
Mandala?
Yeah, those were what we did, but they were all in fashion. And then there was some for Day of the Dead. So it was like the mask, if you
Like
saw
the
that.
skulls.
Skulls.
The skulls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the movie Coco. It was like
Oh, yeah.
things from Coco.
Yeah.
That was such
Still
a
keep
cute
meaning to watch it too.
Yeah.
It's on
I
Netflix
love
now.
it.
Yeah. We were talking about that at the table. Anyway, I digressed. And then they went out to a place called Mangoes. And if nobody has been to that, that is a place where they have, you can go and dance, but they also bring in professional dancers that are like Michael Jackson and flamenco dancers and all different types of dances from around the world. But it was just so amazing. And I would highly recommend it. It's called Mangoes. It's a good thing to do, date night if you want to. Pretty affordable to get in. Cover charge is pretty low. And again, fun activity. So that was one thing. We are counting down the days until Intern Pursuit launches July 1st. And I'm really pushing the software team. So when I get off the show, I'm going to be jumping into a call on that. Our goal is to have 750 students signed up by the end of July. And I know we're going to be doing some tabling, so I'm going to get these two guys out there on the lawn at UCF or wherever. It's too hot on the lawn. We'll figure out
We'll find
someplace
something.
inside.
We'll find something.
Yeah. So we're going to go and book something. I'm going to want you guys to help me with that, and then meet you out on the campus and start getting people to give us their emails and sign up. The social is started going out this week. We're getting a lot of engagement on Instagram and also on Facebook, but more on Instagram. And we also would love to have people following us on those social channels. We want to be able to launch the program with a pilot program with students and employers come August. So those are some big goals. We're hoping that we're going to have a really good show with it. I've had schools even outside of Central Florida said that they would like to participate from schools that I met at the Florida Association of College and Employers Conference. So that was exciting. Books are great brain stimulators. I don't understand.
Adult
Adult
coloring.
Because we were talking about
Oh, yeah,
adult coloring
adult
books.
coloring
Oh,
books.
okay.
Yeah.
I think the delay. That's probably
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, I was going, wait, what? So I wanted to make sure that I give another promotion on that. People, our newsletter will be starting to go out next week, and we're going to have 4 sections, and it would be for employers, for academic partners, for students, and then for affiliates. So that could be professional associations. Our game would be in there too. Just other ways that we can reach our target audience. And students are free for intern pursuit, and so are academic partners.
So why not sign up?
Yeah, but they may not understand the advantage. So we have an algorithm to match the employers to the students. And then we will also have, I'm hoping it will be implemented in this the July 1 launch, but we'll have real-time skill assessments and then also the personality culture fit assessment. So there's a lot that still has to happen. And I didn't count my days, but it's the 20th, so we basically have 11 days, right? Are there 11 days in June? No, there's 10.
You're coming up on the 1st, right?
Yes, so I have 10 days until the beta launch.
Yep, 10 days.
Okay, I'm going to make sure I
10
change
days
that
and
in
counting.
the notes. 10 days, we're counting it down. And so by the end of July 31st, 750 students.
It's coming up quick.
Yep, we're going to have to hit our numbers. All right, so Jolene,
Yes.
one of the things that I know I want to go back to is I know I asked the guys if they had seen this movie, and I love this movie. The one that I had just mentioned, you know, the fashion movie.
The Devil
The Devil
Wears
Wears
Yeah,
Prada.
thank you. See, I
Yeah.
totally blanked out. The Devil Wears Prada. Do you have a scene that you think that is your favorite scene from that movie? Because for me, I love the one when Anne Hathaway, you know, she comes back and she's had her hair done and she went into the Chanel closet and she got all of those
Oh
clothes.
yeah, that
And
is
she
a
came into the
favorite,
room
too.
and they went, what? And she looks nice. And they were going, no. The other two women were going, no, stop. No. And she had just done this transformation. That's like one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah, that one's a pretty good one. That one sticks out the most in my memory right now. I don't
because
have
it was like that little ugly duckling to this beautiful swan. And I kind of feel like that's what can happen with your app also, is that if people are using your app, I know I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And having, you know, getting some feedback and seeing how I can change things up a bit.
Yeah, that's the goal, to help people feel more confident.
So I could actually do this if I was in the store too, try on an outfit and ask them, hey, what do you think right now of this outfit?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
It's definitely a scenario. I've done it.
All right. That sounds encouraging. Do you guys know of any fashion movies? Let's just see if you can think of any. Oh, I put you on the spot. That's okay. No, there isn't. We were talking about a movie, movies that had great leaders, and this was a few weeks ago. And they came up with great leaders that were not great. And we try to focus on positive leaders.
We're pretty much trying to say be better than these people.
Yeah. And so when we were talking about really good movies, that mine were lighthearted and fun, and theirs were really
Dark.
Yeah, we picked dark
and,
movies.
dark and deep. And, you know, apparently, it was like American Beauty for you, and
The
yours.
Graduate.
Yeah,
for
The
me.
Graduate, which
For leaders, or
yeah, we were just talking about leadership, and what we came out of that episode was
American
that
Beauty.
No, those are bad leaders.
Exactly.
Those are confused people.
Yeah.
So that was bad. So I don't think I had any. I know I've kind of crossed over on a couple of things, and I want to make sure I didn't miss anything of my highlights. But I had one other thing to share, and I know it's the Web Summit that I'm going to. So I am getting ready to book my flight to go over to Lisbon. And I have been assigned my person that I'm going to be working with over there, and that's exciting.
Okay.
So there's 6 hours time difference, and I think we were talking about this on the show too. I don't think you know what I'm talking about. So I applied to go to something that's called Web Summit, and it has over 70,000 people that attend.
Oh, wow.
And they only accept 10% of the startups that apply, and I'm in.
Congrats. That's
I know.
awesome.
Thanks, I'm excited.
And it's where?
Lisbon, Portugal?
Oh, wow. Have you
Yeah.
been there before?
Never.
Hmm.
Yeah, the pictures are gorgeous. But I go in November, and you want to make a guess how much the flight is? Like, I thought.
Did you get a deal on it, or?
Not yet.
Oh.
I haven't bought the ticket yet.
Oh.
Do you want to make a guess how much overseas flight is?
Round trip?
Yeah.
Over $1,000.
Oh, you're right. See, you guessed closer. I see these, flights to like England and Paris, and they're like 500,
Oh, wow.
600. And I'm thinking, okay, that's what the flight is. No, it's like $1,200, $1,500, $1,800. So I put an alert so I can hopefully find
Yeah.
a deal. Yeah. If I get anything less than 1,000, I'm going to be happy.
Mm-hmm. That would be good.
Yeah. So what we were talking about is doing the show live there, and they're 6 hours ahead. So this show is at 6, and I would be doing it at midnight over there.
Oh.
And we were trying to figure out
Lots
like
of
how.
coffee.
Yeah. I don't drink coffee.
Oh.
See?
Yeah. I don't drink tea.
Something else.
Rarely.
Not
Yeah.
Determination. Yeah.
I don't even like Red Bull, so what can
Same.
it's water,
But-
So, and I don't know. I don't think they drink sparkling water, and I don't drink that, so I'm going to be really stuck. But anyway, we were trying to plan out some ideas that we could do for the show. So maybe I'll do something on fashion over there. If I take some pictures and send them back to you, then maybe we can talk about fashion global.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That would be really nice
Yeah.
because,
I'd like to know what they're wearing over there in Portugal.
Yeah. And I don't even know what the temperature, I haven't even looked to see what is the temperature at that time. Anyway,
Good idea.
okay. So, coming back, I get sidetracked
It's okay.
over here.
We are
Yeah,
coming up on the
thank
end
you.
of our show, so do we have any more shout-outs?
Yeah. Oh, have we had anybody else sign in? I love your aunt. Aunt Darlene, we love you. Yep. It sure enough is. So shout outs. Okay, let me do my shout outs. So I'm going to give lots of crazy love to all of the software team because they are doing amazing things. That's Gonzalo, Ariel, that's Joe, Mary, Karina, Naya, who's also working on that. She's creating mock-ups. I'm going to have some other graphic designers helping out, and that's Luke and Allie and also Marissa. So there's a lot of people that are going to be throwing in on this. So all of those people, a special shout out to Katrina and Sergio and Jeff because they've been helping on the social media team. People are waving to us outside. And special shout out to Valencia College. So I'm excited always to be here, and I appreciate being in the studio and the support that the Valencia College gives us.
Any
All right.
shout-outs for you, Jolie?
I guess I'll shout out to my team, my developer, Scott Hanlon, and my 2 interns, Caroline Herman and Victor Martinez.
Very
Thanks
nice.
for all your hard work.
And my usual shout-outs to my Aunt Darlene and all of our new listeners who are listening to us live.
Just thanks to my family for listening in. Pretty sure that they are today. And just thanks for having us on the show.
I
Next
think
time
you better
have them-
say
yeah.
goodbye. Say shout out to your girlfriend too.
Oh, shout out to my girlfriend. I don't think she's listening because I think she's
that's
at work.
okay. She can watch
but
it later.
Shout out Brooke if you're on.
And
here.
tell your parents to comment live.
Yeah, I know. I think my mom probably doesn't know how to do that, but I'll teach her.
Next time.
Even next day, yeah. I'll show her how to do it. So yeah, just thanks to everyone who's listening too.
All right.
That'd be great.
My
And I
dad
wanna-
is not on Facebook, and he does not know how to do this. So, yeah.
And I want to end the show the way we started it with this is Jerron, this is Isabella, but with our guest as well. So are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
When we point at you, just
Yeah,
say.
we point at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be ready.
Yeah.
They'll point at you. Yeah.
All right.
This is Isabella.
This is Val.
This is Jolene.
And this is Jerron. And thank you for listening to the Intern Whisperer Live. We'll see you next week.